There is a lot of misconception about how much you actually need to have saved to enjoy a comfortable standard of living in retirement. I have already created a video what income is needed in retirement that explains the level of income you need to meet a specific level of retirement lifestyle. I will link that video at the end of this one as well as in the description below this video. In today's video, let's find out how much you actually need, so what sort of lump sum you require for you to have a reasonable retirement. We will also check how it compares to retire as a self-funded retiree as opposed to part or full age pension supported retiree. My name is Katherine Isbrandt from About Retirement, and this is About Retirement TV, the place to get the financial information you need if you are thinking to prepare yourself for a good retirement or if you have already retired. There is a big discrepancy between what the average balance of the super fund is as opposed to what big super funds are advertising you should have. Based on the data provided by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, this is the table that shows it all. I have included younger ages here as well, just for interest, or maybe you would like to pass this information to your children. However, we are mostly interested in superannuation balances information for people aged 50 plus. As you can see, at the age of 54, the average balance of the super fund for a man is 196,400 and for a female 129,199. For a 64-year-old, for a man 332,700 and for a woman 245,100. If you check this table carefully, you can see a surprising increase of superannuation balance for both men and women past the age of 64. My guess is that this is due to the following. Number one, people continue working past 65. Many decide to continue working past the age of 65 for various reasons, but one of the most obvious is postponed age of your age pension eligibility until the age of 66 and a half for people born between 1st July 1955 and 31st December 1956. People born after 1st July 1957, well, for you the age pension age is 67. So as you can see, the retirement age has been pushed further. And number two, pre-retirement planning. Many pre-retirees smartly consult with a financial planner. By doing so, you can improve your retirement benefit by organizing your assets and utilizing lots of very beneficial superannuation strategies, additional contributions such as downsizer contribution, catch-up contribution, concessional contributions. You really need to know which of those provide the best retirement benefit long-term for you. I have a whole collection of videos explaining those different contributions, so feel free to watch them all. But if you want to set up your money with peace of mind, knowing that you have done absolutely everything to optimize your retirement income and your age pension entitlement if possible, just contact me and we will review all your retirement goals. And then at the age of 75, we can see drop in the value of superannuation balance, which is very often due to ongoing withdrawals from your retirement income streams or withdrawals from your super fund for major home upgrades, big holidays that happen in the meantime, or other preparation during retirement, such as upgrading the car or maybe buying a caravan. Let's check now how much we should actually have in our superannuation fund according to those big superannuation organizations. What that table indicates is that a couple about to retire is supposed to have $523,000 per person. Therefore, in total, $1,400,000 $46,000 combined in a super in order to have a solid, successful, and enjoyable retirement. As fantastic as this picture sounds for many retirees, this is just not going to happen, and this is by no means your fault. Why? Well, what are the main reasons that today's retirees are behind with their savings for retirement when comparing to that table? Number one, superannuation contributions. The level of superannuation balance is directly based on the level of income earned during your lifetime. Therefore, the higher your ongoing earned income, the higher the superannuation benefit outcome. What I mean is, superannuation contribution (SSG) have always been a specific percentage of your gross income. Therefore, if your income, for example, is $100,000 and today SG rate is 10%, therefore the compulsory super contribution made by your employer is $10,000. However, if your gross income is $50,000, the SG contribution will only be $5,000. So you're already $5,000 behind. The only way to make up this difference is if you contribute extra yourself. But again, your income is lower. Therefore, you do not have the same surplus as someone earning $100,000. So in reality, it is very difficult to catch up, and off it goes the vicious cycle. Number two, self-employment. And we have a lot of people who have always been running their own businesses with no employer support. The usual problem for many small businesses is irregular cash flow, and this is the fundamental problem of never contributing to super, as money is always needed for running the business. It is known fact that some of the least prepared for retirement are the self-employed. Number three, women. Unequal pay, taking time off for family, having kids, or later looking after elderly parents. Those are just few examples why women on average have lower superannuation balances when comparing with men. And number four, the superannuation system has not been long enough in force. Although superannuation system was introduced in Australia in 1980, so some 40 years ago, for the first 12 years it was a system that was supporting a retirement fund for public servants and white-collar employees of large corporations. It is from 1992, therefore 29 years ago, that the superannuation guarantee was introduced with a mandatory 3% or 4% depending on the size of your employer, gradually growing over the years to 9% by 2002, then 9.5% in 2014, and finally 10% from 1st July 2021. So now you can imagine the difference in the retirement balance outcome and the final financial situation and position if you commence employment today. And right from day one, you receive 10% superannuation guarantee contributions, as opposed to current retirees who had to go through the first 30 years of the SG contribution history as I just described. This is our government's plan to get people off age pension. They have smartly created a superannuation system by which over your lifetime you have your compulsory retirement savings put aside for you. So when you are ready to retire, each person will have sufficient funds to have a comfortable lifestyle in retirement. Personally, I believe we will always have some kind of age pension support for people in financial difficulty, but the vast majority of retirees will not have to rely on Social Security system. Okay, so right now let's go back to our table, where superannuation funds are telling us that as a couple, you should have over $1 million in superannuation, and this is for homeowner. If you do not own your home, then you should really have close to 50% more to be able to survive in your retirement. Well, I think it is a little bit of misleading information created by those big superannuation funds, as it is in their self-interest to make you believe you have to keep on saving more and more in your super. Otherwise, you will be destitute to a great deal of struggle in your retirement years. So let's play a little detective game just to see if this is actually correct. Based on my video that I have mentioned before what income is needed in retirement, a couple needs an annual income of $42,560 for a modest retirement and $62,269 for a comfortable retirement. A single person needs an annual income of $28,165 for a modern lifestyle and $44,146 for a comfortable lifestyle in retirement. I have done a little bit of calculations and comparison of the level of income and lifestyle between two couples with the following assumptions. Both have $50,000 in emergency cash account. Both have one car of the value of $20,000. Both have a contents with Centrelink value of $10,000. Remember, this is a social security value of your contents, not your insurance or replacement value. The first couple has a combined value of just over $1 million in superannuation, as indicated by super funds. That's what you should have. And the second couple have an average suggested of $500,000 between partners. Well, one would expect a big difference in quality of life between the two couples. So, well, let's compare. Let's check out the first couple with $1 million in super. Well, they're not eligible for age pension support. They're not eligible for pensioner concession card. Well, if you don't know benefits of pensioner concession card, watch this video. They are eligible, however, for the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card. If you don't know benefits of this card, see that video. They are required to draw their income only from their own funds. And assuming that they draw their income at 5% from allocated pension, therefore their total income arrives to $50,000 tax-free. The second couple with $500,000 in super, well, they're eligible for age pension of $24,274 per annum combined. They're eligible for pensioner concession card with all the discounts. Well, again, watch that video. Their basic allocated pension will start paying them an income at 5%, which is $25,000. Therefore, their total income arrives to $49,279. So as you can see, there is no a big difference in level of income you have, although the balance of your superannuation savings is virtually half. And this is without any optimizing of your superannuation savings or improvement of your age pension. If this is your case, your overall income still can be increased by over $5,000 per annum to have an overall income of $55,514 without taking any additional market risk or any major financial gimmicks. If unsure how to do it, just contact me to discuss your personal income in retirement and how to set yourself up for the best benefit you can have. Obviously, even the first couple outcome is without any financial advice support. That level of income can obviously be maximized, and maybe even part age pension could be planned for. The trick in retirement planning is knowing how to achieve the balance between, number one, the income you need for your retirement, number two, age pension, how much you can get, and what needs to be done in order to maximize it. Number three, how long will your money last? Number four, how to remove the market risk, uncertainty, and volatility, therefore increase the probability of the retirement outcome and making your retirement plans so much more solid and secure. I hope this video provided you with some peace of mind knowing that you do not have to be a millionaire to have a pretty exciting and enjoyable retirement. But if you are a millionaire, well, congratulations, you still need good level of financial advice, so feel free to contact me anytime. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel not to miss my next video. Also, please visit my website aboutretirement.com.au where you will find so much more information all related to the issue of retirement. And now check out those videos mentioned today. Number 1, what income is needed in retirement? So what sort of income you need to have to get the quality of life you want in retirement. And number 2, different superannuation strategies to improve your super contributions and to know when and how to use them. I will see you in my next video. Bye.